Okay, so just basically just read Teams chat then. Okay, thank you.
A double thumbs up from Josh to get us started. And Onkar is Instagram living with a cheeky little smile on his face. So we're live. Good afternoon, everybody. And welcome to the first 2024's candidate Q&A events. I feel like we should clap. Everybody clap. We should clap. A bit of energy into the room. So thank you to anybody who's watching us live or maybe watching in the future for this YouTube live stream that will obviously be captured on the Students' Union's channel. We've roughly 20 minutes to half an hour event where 6 of your candidates in this year's leadership race who are running for the position of full-time officer will be introducing themselves, answering some questions, and then talking a little bit about one of their manifesto points as well. We'll do another 2 of these events. So tonight being the first, we've got another one tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Thursday, before we head into voting, which starts next week. Andy, give us a ooh, very good, exciting stuff. So my name's Jamie. If you are a student who's studied at Staffs previously, if this isn't your first year, then you may have the misfortune of remembering me from this time every year when we do these events and get very, very excited and talk with great aplomb at them. So I am the Students' Union's voice and advocacy manager. Excuse me. But in terms of elections, I'm the elections person who makes decisions to do the elections. My technical title is a deputy returning officer, but nobody really cares about that because it's not about me, it's about all of these people. So, like I said, we'll do some introductions in a second. I've got some piled questions from students asking each of our candidates one time allowing. You may get a cheeky second question to answer. And then, as I said, you'll be talking about 1 point from your manifesto. I'll give you a minute or so to talk about your one key thing. So get thinking about your big one that you want to talk about shortly. So enough of me talking. We'll now start introducing people. So I'll give you roughly 30 seconds. As I've said, we'll probably keep you roughly all to the same time to keep us running to time. Not will be laser focusing that you've had your time barking over you or anything like that. We've also joined, as well as our 6 candidates in the room, we've also joined live via Teams link by one of our London candidates, Casey, who... Shall we go to Casey first and get Casey to introduce himself first? We'll start. So, Casey, if you can, which hopefully you can, over to you, a brief introduction from yourself.
Hi, I'm Casey Lee Nightingale. I'm a 3rd-year game design student from the London campus, and I'm very inspired by the officers of previous years to hopefully get voted in to make a lot of changes to the university for the student body.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Casey. I'm looking around me at other people because I saw thumbs up, so I think that technically all worked. So Vida is nodding and everything. IME is here and we're getting thumbs up as well. So that's brilliant. Thank you, Casey. And we'll come over here, over to you.
Hello, I'm Shoaib. I am the student of Staffordshire University. I'm doing Masters in Computer Science. I am honored to be stand before you as a candidate of full-time officer at Stephen election.
Lovely. Thank you, Sherry.
Hello, I'm MD Sabi. I'm a level 5 cybersecurity student. So I'm running for the election to increase the engagement for the student at the uni. So if people vote me, get me elected, I will make the university where they can spend their best time in their life. And my slogan is engage more, unite for excellence.
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm a Games Art Masters student. I'm running because I've gone through a lot of issues this year and I wanted to try and make some changes for the better for students going forward.
Pan round to the other side of the room. Karen, you.
Hi, I'm Isabel. I'm a third year policing student here at SAFS, and I'm looking to campaign to promote the good work of the Students' Union and promote support services around the campus for students.
Hi, my name's Connor. I'm a second year security intelligence student. Some of you may know me as the Student Workers General Organiser for the UK and Ireland. For those of you that don't, I've been working tirelessly for the last 2 years and will continue to for the next 2 in supporting the working and tenancy rights of students across the British Isles.
Hi everyone, I'm Farhan Sab. I'm level 5 student computer sciences. I'm also your current second year officer. I'm also running in this leadership race for due to your continuous support last year, and I'm expecting same support this year as well. Thank you.
Lovely. Let's give them a round of applause because they all did very well then. Particularly Casey starting us off in London and no technical hitches. So I'll jinx that now. Everything will now start to go wrong, but wonderful stuff. So you've met some of our candidates so far. So now we will head over to some questions. I'll try and do these in a random order. And if we do a second one, a second question, I'll just go in the opposite order if I can remember. So let's start with Sadiq. And I will look at my list here. Which quality would you uniquely bring to being a full-time officer?
Well, at the uni, normally we focus on studying. Our life is quite a bit stressful. So I will try to arrange something where people will just leave that behind. They can have some time to make some fun. So I will arrange some parties for the student where they will get free entry. And I will arrange some sports tournament, gaming contest. If they attend there, they can obviously make some fun. They'll just forget that stressful life. They'll just focus on that.
Wonderful. We'll go to Connor next. What do you think the university and union could do to support parent and parent students?
I think implementing systems within the wellness centres of the university, whether they be through support networks or specialised positions within the university that serve to support these students, as well as improving on the pre-existing facilities such as those found in H2 and within the Science Centre for carers and for parent students.
Lovely stuff. Are they doing well? So we'll come to you. At Staffs, we have a large demographic of commuter students, so lots of people travelling in. How do you think the university can cater to these students better?
So first of all, a lot of engagement will be required from the university to engage with the students. So like also need to improve the academics process and to streamline the process of the whole academic year. We also need to engage on a regular basis and also organize some events so where can all the communities can join and connect together, so they can share their thoughts, culture, and make the community all together.
Yeah, great stuff. Thank you. So now we'll come to Izzy. So, what 3 qualities make you a good leader?
So I think the three qualities that make me a good leader is that I'm honest with people, and I'm not afraid to advocate for and support people throughout different things. I take criticism quite well, so not only am I able to give good criticism, but I'm also good at taking the criticism and helping to build and develop myself and what I'm putting out for other people. And I think the final one would be a lot of the experience I've gained in previous leadership roles that's allowed me to develop my skills in order to best benefit the union and the students at staffs.
Thank you. So, Leah, come to you. The union is a charity. For anybody at home who didn't know, we're legally registered as a charity. How do you feel about being a trustee and being responsible for making sure that the union is running as well as it should be?
Well, I'd love to run to take part in some of the charity elements, like doing stuff, like. Should we start that?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. None of our candidates have seen these questions yet, so we're deliberately keeping them on their toes. So I did say beforehand, if you get puzzled or flustered, that's totally normal. It's every year, so take a breath and relax, everybody. That's all right. So the question was, the Students' Union legally is a charity. So how do you feel about being a trustee and being responsible for making sure that that charity is running as well as it should be?
I'm so nervous, but I'm excited. I would love to learn what goes on internally. Sort of trying to think how to word this. Sort of getting more clarity for students and finding ways that we can be more honest with them about things that go on and make sure they know what's going on with us. Because I think there's a lot of students that don't really understand what goes on behind the scenes and would like to know more so they feel more confident in us to help them. So there's that.
This takes us to Ferran. What have we got here? So here's an interesting question for you, Ferran. What would be the first thing you would do when taking office or starting the job? So obviously you're currently a vice president, but what would be, if you're re-elected, what would be the first thing you would do?
Would you like to listen about my manifesto or something else? But would you like to say? Would you like me to tell about my manifesto or something else?
Well, so the question is, if you're re-elected,
Yeah.
what's the first thing that you would do when you started the job? So that might be a particular priority.
The first priority for I'm running for second year. There's one priority for me specifically, which is one of my manifesto as well, which is Fairframe. Fairframe is actually a bias free marketing approach. So I'm gonna do work on that one because I've seen a lot of things in the university, and student as well, who are facing the problems. So I'm going to immediately start working on that project first. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. And they've done well, and we've definitely got time for a second round of questions. So I bet you're all dead excited about and get another one. So we'll go through the same order. Oh my goodness! Thank you, John. Has just waved at me. Casey, I'm so sorry. I missed you out. You nearly got away scot-free then. So we'll flick back to Casey, who's joining us from London. So Casey, what do you think the university and union could do to enhance cultural inclusion?
Sorry, just to reiterate, was that to enhance cultural inclusion?
That's correct.
That's an interesting question, and I think that the first thing the university could do would be actually asking students from various cultures what they feel they would need, because to feel included, you have to speak to the students you want to include from different cultures and various different backgrounds. I think my first thing, if I was to be elected and speak to the university and different reps, would be to find out from the students themselves. Because for as much as I want to answer this with loads of different things, anything I say from an individual point on my side might not hit the mark. And personally speaking, I would rather actually know from the different cultures, maybe via an open forum, and see how they would feel moving forward and what would best fit them, as it's a very broad question.
Right.
Did that?
Thank you, Casey. Yeah, sorry, the delay is just as we flick from London to Stoke, so Cosmopolitan. But thank you, that's great. So yeah, we'll do another round of questions, and I promise this time, Casey, I will not neglect you. Apologies. And we'll just go in the same order again, if I can remember it. So there's a test for me as well here as well. So we started with Saturn, I think. Yeah. I'm doing well so far. So what do you feel the university needs to prioritise for learning and teaching going into the next academic year?
Okay, so they need to focus on more advanced content. Okay, they need to re-evaluate that is it the industry standard or not, because nowadays the industry is moving very fast. So we need to compare our academic content with them. Are they gonna suitable or not? So I think they should work with that or improve that thing.
Thank you. And then I went to Carlos Economics, the wry smile. There you go, he's ready. So, do you have any new ideas to help enhance force representation?
Force representation. I think expanding upon the student union's position within the university structure itself, in that there is a distinct disconnect currently between the student union's operation and the student body itself, as well as with the student union. By connecting with the recognised unions such as UCU and Unison within Staffordshire University, alongside Staffordshire, these student unions, we can provide a greater combined platform for not only the representatives of societies and courses themselves, but additionally for the staffs and the student body itself to air their grievances.
Brilliant, thank you. And then it was to Sherry, you're helping me. Thank you.
Yes.
So we've got a question here about teamwork. So have you worked in a team towards a set goal? And what compromises did you have to make when working in that team?
Yeah, I have worked in team as well previously. So while you're working in the team, so you have to make a lot of compromises, like because everyone got the different ideas, and everyone, you see, the point of view is different. So you have to think about their point of view as well. Make the decision according to the majority, like which part they are agree. So you have to compromise on that things. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you. Then it would have been easy.
Yeah.
I've done this before. What does accessibility mean for you?
I think that accessibility is quite a wide concept, especially in relation to university. So that could be accessibility of different support services that the university offer, all the way through to things like physical accessibility needs and ensuring that the university is the most accessible to every single student, regardless of individuals' needs. And I think it's making sure that services are accessible to all students and that there aren't any barriers that are in place to students. So it's helping to take down those barriers and ensuring that there is open communication as well to help access services.
Minutes later. How would you engage postgraduate students?
Oh, as a postgraduate student, I really do feel like a lot of the time for postgraduate students, it often kind of feels, at least for us, like we're kind of neglected by the university. Like sometimes it feels like things are very catered towards people on the undergraduate courses. and we're giving a lot less support even if we need it. So I think getting more like specific feedback from master students, making sure that things are clear for them, making sure that everyone is on the same page. I think that's really important at the moment, at least from my personal experience. And I know there's probably a lot of master students that feel the same. So,
Lovely. Thank you. And then Farhan, everyone is still struggling with the cost of living crisis and don't seem to be getting any better anytime soon. How will you make sure students get the support that they need?
Interesting question. We have some support services for the students specifically in the Saksha University, but the need is to communicate with the students and signpost them specifically. As I can see, there are some services in our Saksha Student Union, even universities providing sometimes. So sometimes there are other institutions around the stroke we can have a different like I've recently been to a temple, a Sikh temple, and they're providing that kind of support student who are actually that from that religion, or even you are Muslim, even you are Christian or someone, anyone. So you're gonna get some kind of support from in that phase if you are facing a post-living crisis. So I will signpost students to these specific services.
Great. And not forgetting Casey in London. Who could do that? Sorry, Casey. So your last question. Have you contributed to university union life before running in the election?
So before running in the selection specifically, on the London campus, I'm responsible for a lot of events that have taken place. So I help organise and run the University London Christmas event, the Halloween events, the Valentine events, to make students have a way to let off some steam and just after deadlines and have a lot of fun. I've also been responsible helping set up academic events to help get students jobs. If for game design specifically, large game jams for them to make games with each other for their portfolio, all within the campus. Within my 3 years here, I've been involved in that.
Lovely. Thank you, Casey. And everybody can now breathe out. That's the end of the question. So give them another round of applause, everybody. So now we'll move on to a minute or two from each of our candidates where they will speak about one key idea or priority or point from the manifestos that are all available for you to view online at staffunion.com/vote. So do have a read of those because there are 18 of them. Plus, we also can't forget about all of the other grabs in this year's election. So we have subject reps, all of the committees across all of our student groups, and even some additional roles like a specific thing for London, a specific thing for esports, representative networks, and much more. So do head online to student.com/vote and you can read everybody's manifestos even online there. So we will go, why not go in reverse order this time? So we'll do the same order but backwards, and that'll really test me to see if I can remember. So this time we'll start with yourself, Casey, in London. This is your opportunity to have a minute or two just to talk about one key manifesto, priority, or idea. So over to you. For this one, I'll wrap you up if you're taking quite a long time, just to keep us to time, but Casey, over to you.
So one very key point from my manifesto is student engagement. Over the last 3 years, you have points where student engagement drops, less people coming onto campus. A big reason for that, I think, is students obviously get very stressed out where everything is revolved around just academics, or then there'll be periods which is just for fun, which is normally for like Christmas and the events and stuff. I want to prioritize the student experience by not just saying I'm going to focus on improving academic quality for students or just making more fun events for students or focusing on the communication, as I know that comes up a lot, but focusing on every point there with student feedback, with an open roadmap for students to help them feel more engaged with the university as a whole and more engaged with their student experience, all based on open forums, which will be with via Teams and in person with students, so they can constantly tell me what they want to do and what we can work on. As I know it's always evolves and changes for students over time.
Wonderful. Thank you, Casey. And a perfect amount of time as well, so well done. So a key idea there on student engagement. So working backwards, we'll go to Farhan. To you, one key idea from your manifesto.
Yeah. I've already discussed about the fair frame, the bias-free marking, but I want to tell about my other manifestos that all of my manifestos are actually academic focused. So one of the key my manifesto is virtual collaboration hub. Actually, I've seen during my tenure here in Staff Student Union. So I've seen some things around students struggling for getting some resources and getting some help from their mentors, from other students, and even sometimes their teachers. But there's not a virtual collaboration hub where anybody can support one person or specific like group where they can get different type of help like skills issues like softwares like even if somebody is in struggling in the coding if somebody is from computer science courses so they can have a someone who is actually equipped with special skills and then it's kind of a mentorship where anyone can get help and successful. Feel free. Thank you
Leah, you're introducing myself. So we'll come to you, Leah, again, so for a couple of minutes on key manifesto.
So I guess the most important in a manifesto is the better access to workspaces and software. So as a game student, there's a lot of software that I need to use that's quite specialized. So we can't just necessarily use any PC for it. And as a lot of people might know, a lot of the buildings and rooms at this university are no longer 24-hour as they used to be. And it makes it very difficult for people to get their work done, especially with buildings like Cadman, where during the day they're quite busy. And now, like, because there's a lot of lectures that are on in Cadman during the day, and then now they're also very busy at night because there's nowhere to go because other buildings are shut. They were previously open. Um, and that alongside the fact that a lot of our more specialized softwares aren't available at home anymore. We can no longer get licenses for things that we previously could. It's making it very difficult for people to get their work done for submissions, and it's adding an extra layer of stress for students that previously they didn't have. And I know quite a lot of people personally that struggle with that. So trying to advocate for either better software license access or better access to rooms because I don't think it's fair ultimately for most students that they're kind of having to balance a lot of things outside of uni with when can I actually do my work? So yeah, that's probably the most important point to me.
Thank you. It's the space. So then now would be there you go. So same deal, one key manifesto point.
So, one of my most important manifesto points looks at helping to bring together the staff's community. So, recently, during Speak Week, where people could give feedback to the union about the university, the union, everything and anything really, lots of students highlighted that they still felt isolated or that events didn't necessarily include them. So, what I want to do is to help foster a community and try and bring everyone together. And through promoting some of the services that the union offer and also bringing the union's presence back onto campus. So, actually getting out there and speaking to students and finding out what's important to you and what things you want to prioritise. to help improve your time at Staffs.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, there we go. One key manifesto point from you.
Yeah, so I'm mainly working on the academics. So to streamline the whole academic process, to make the academic process stress-free. So it's like, first of all, the the teaching staff should be qualified according to that subject. So I'm just taking this as because I have recently have experience. Same teacher teaching the like 4 different subjects, four different subjects. So we are on the master level 7. We're doing the master in computer science. So it should be the highly qualified staff should be there for that thing, and also streamlining the education process. So like right now we got the education started from the third semester, and we got only 4 months to complete all process, and it's very stressful throughout the journey because we have a lot of pressure. You have to meet the deadlines, everything, to from start to end. You have to complete everything. So it's like very hectic sometimes. And also the more important thing is to connect the student union with the Staffordshire University, like for the student advocacy. So the student union should be introduced the students at the very day one, like in the induction time. So one of the student union members should be there, like to introduce what is the student union and what things student union can do for them to for their well-being, and that will create engagement with the student union and Staffordshire University.
Thank you. Connor, over to you.
So, the student myself, I am focusing my manifesto on targeting disadvantaged students, whether that be those with socio-economic factors, caring obligations, mental or physical health issues. I'm focusing my the student union and Staffordshire University on targeting and supporting these students, whether this be from restructuring the student union amenities to removing the for-profit model with up to 2,000% markups on essentials that are sold within these facilities, to providing a breakfast or credit scheme to financially support students, whether this be improving the transparency of the Staffordshire University itself, with £187,000 and counting spent on the current rebranding from Staffordshire University to University of Staffordshire. We desperately need a drastic increase of the financial transparency from shareholders, from the executive board, and from the deans of the university. I would like to use this money to push for a greater level of support, empowerment, whether this be in employability, whether it be in health and physical wellness, or whether this be in tenancy rights and tenancy care for students across the board. Money is currently being spent frivolously within this university.
Thank you. Finally, we'll go to Sadiq.
One key point of my manifesto is provide financial support for the student who are struggling with the living cost crisis. And I will also introduce some kind of merit-based scholarship for doing great in their academics. So after one semester or after 1 year, they get some scholarship that will also encourage them to study more attentively. And my main focus, as I mentioned earlier, like to improve the engagement for the students. So these are the things I can say.
Okay. Thank you. And I've already done Casey, so Casey, I can't forget you again. There you go. So some really good ideas from all of our candidates there. Some straightforward, some more complex, and everything in between. Can breathe another sigh of relief. That nearly brings us to the end of this Q&A event. So all that remains for me to do is to just give you all the opportunity to say goodbye. This is your opportunity to just remind everybody what any key slogan or single strapline headline that you want to say is. And then I will wrap up and say good evening. So, Lucy, shall we go to you in
I hope everyone has a good day, and I hope you get a vote for me to experience change together.
Lovely, concise, wonderful. And we'll just go around this way again. So, sure.
Hi everyone, I have a vision to make a campus where everyone feel welcome, empowered to success, and valuable. And just vote for lead to success together. Thank you.
Hello again. Don't forget the name MD Sadi. Vote me to have more engagement at the uni.
Right, goodbye. I hope to see you vote for me come the 23rd of April to the 25th of April. Remember to vote for me to connect our unconnected university. And yeah.
It was lovely to speak to you all. I've been Isabel. If you see me around on campus or you want to engage with me, feel free to come up and have a chat. I'd love to speak to you all and find out what it is that you really want from the university. So my slogan is spread cheer and positivity.
Thank you for having me. I would urge any of those who have read what I've had to say today to read my manifesto, as I'm very confident in my ability to use my experience, my connections, and my knowledge to support you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening us today. Just vote for your current officer, and also I'm available in the union all time. If you want to have a discussion about my manifesto, I'm there. You can just approach student union first floor, like above the Amber Lounge. You can just visit me.
Lovely. So thank you once again to all of our candidates. We'll give you another clapper in a second. Don't worry. Hold your horses, Ollie. Not yet. He's excited. And Leah slightly stole my thunder, but it was just another reminder for me that tomorrow, Wednesday, and the day after Thursday, we have 2 more of these Q&A events. So don't forget to tune in for those or watch them on YouTube to see what the rest of your candidates in 2024 have to say. And don't forget that voting is Tuesday to Thursday, so that's the 23rd to the 25th. Opens at 10 a.m. on Tuesday and closes at midnight on the Thursday, and it's all online. Everything that you need to know through the www.staffsunion.com/vote. So that's it from us. So let's give everybody a big round of applause, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. That's a team thing, though. Well, that's